Okay, here's our project for today. This is an MK3 radiator out of an 86 to 93 Supra that we got off the eBay from CX Racing, and we paid $104 for it, and it fits perfectly in the car. And the hoses and all, of course, line directly up with the motor because it's a Supra motor and a Supra radiator, of course. We're going to use the factory tabs and mounts on this thing to mount it in the car. And you can see this stand here that goes on the bottom of it, and what we did was we purchased some grommets that we're going to use to mount the thing with. So we just have to make some brackets and to fit those mounts in, and we'll be all set. So we're going to get busy now. Okay, here's the flat plate we're going to make the mounts out of. Just got to cut it to length, and debating on whether to weld these tabs to the bottom of the core support or bolt them to it. I'm thinking about just bolting them to it, and that way we can remove those and get them out of the way later if we need to, so they're not just sticking out in the way. So we're gonna get to it now. Alright, here's Matt. He's scuffing our wheel tubs up that we did. We finished those up yesterday, so we're gonna get them all scuffed up good and give them a coat of paint and then get them masked off so we can do some seam seal on them. And here's a little look at the wheel tubs that we made. And we built these from scratch. Made some templates out of cardboard and cut them out of some 16 gauge sheet metal and fabbed them and welded them all in there. And the welding's not perfect on them, but it's pretty solid, good penetration all the way around, and should hold up well. The one thing we had to do to get this radiator fit in here well is to do some trimming on the core support. And the factory radiator on the Mustang was a lot narrower and thicker, so we trimmed out the core support pretty good. You can see the piece we cut out here to allow for more clearance and room. So got it opened up good now, and a lot of cooling area exposed to the incoming air. Alright, we got our first bracket drilled out. We're going to use a 3/8 bolt to bolt it to the cross member, and then here's the rubber bushing and a hole drilled for that. So all we got to do is get them placed on the car and clean up this bracket and round off the corners and stuff, make it look nice, and then drill some holes in the core support, and we'll be all set. Okay, Matt's got everything scuffed down and wiped down good for us. Now he's coming back and hitting the insides of these wheel tubs here with some paint. We'll put 2 good full coats on it, and this is some good zero rust lacquer based paint, so it should hold up well. And we'll come back once we get it painted and mask everything off under there and seam seal all of it up, keep all the rust and moisture from building up. Alright, there's our brackets all finished up, ready to go. Throw a little bit of paint on them, drill some holes, and then we'll move on to making the top brackets. Okay, there's our tabs bolted up to the cross member, and we've got some good access holes here to get to the top of the bolts. And that one on this side is a little more difficult down there to get to, but all in all, not bad. And our little bushings will sit right in there. Alright, so we're making the upper radiator mounts here. We used some old chromoly roll cage tubing and cut out a section to utilize the factory mounts here, and just made a little L bracket so it'll go in like this. And we'll weld that together and use some rubber isolator to go in here between those 2 pieces. Go. Okay, here we are all finished up. Radiator mounted, hose, upper hose on. A couple of places with some tight clearance, but overall fitting pretty good. And the radiator is completely isolated, no metal to metal touching anywhere. That's it. What you think, Matt?